Yo, what's up? It's Jazzy Black. I'm excited to be kicking back and get into some DFW sports, especially when it comes to our Dallas Cowboys. And I got to say, what's up to the one and only Law Nation Sports? What's going on, Law?
Yes, indeed. Oh my goodness.
Had the
Uh,
sunshine on today, Law.
I know. Hey, I'm trying to keep the sunlight from hitting me in the face, even though I'm inside my studio. The way it's built, you see, the sunlight can still get in here. But speaking of something bright, uh, Mike McCarthy might get extended. Did you hear that news?
I heard the news. I heard he said, telling everybody he's not crazy. And he said, we got a lot of football left, which
Mhm.
we do. So why people
Right.
think that he would make a drastic decision like that in the middle of the season, I don't know. But
Oh, okay.
I understand why fans also feel the way they feel. But I mean, who gonna come in here and do it? Who gonna do it? They're gonna say
Oh, I
the,
get what you're saying.
everybody's saying, okay, Mike McCarthy not gonna hear credit. We still have our other coaches. I mean, people still feel some type of way about Jerry. So I don't feel like Cowboys fans are gonna be satisfied at all right now. So
Facts,
I feel like
facts.
everybody just needs to calm down, let people do their jobs, and let's ride out the season.
Okay, so basically, ride it till the wheels fall off, and he can't go out and say, "Hey, I'm firing this guy right now." So I get exactly what you're saying. We still got plenty of games left, and we got big Thanksgiving game. We coming off of a win, an emotional win, a crazy game, a bizarre game, right,
Yeah,
against the Washington team. So maybe momentum can do strange things because we hear in storylines that these players are playing for contracts, which is good. They're not promised to be
right.
here next year, but they got their playing ability to be on an open resume per se,
Mm-hmm.
meaning that Cavante Turpin, fabulous, he gonna be here. But Wanye, who picked up that onside kick to score, hey, he's
Yeah,
fighting for a contract. So hey, he
crazy.
needed that. Yeah.
I was excited to see how they was doing. I I was actually impressed with Cooper Rush's performance. I
Hmm.
was like Cooper said he showed up when he needs to show up.
Yeah.
Uh, I was concerned about Brandon about Aubrey. I don't know at the beginning of the game. I was like, I don't know what's going on. I hope we're so used to seeing him overperform.
Right.
So to see, us have a little bit of a rocky start. Defense was kind of all over the place. 34-26 against the Commanders. Give me some of your highlights and some of your takeaways.
Well, most importantly, there's a guy that wears 31 named Josh Butler. I think
Mm-hmm.
that he had a coming out party. He did a great job. I think he had over 10 solo tackles. That's crazy.
Yeah.
A bat down, and he had a sack in that game. So those are things that I'm looking for. The underdog. Remember, like I said, this guy was pulled from the practice squad. And finally, in these last two games, been a solid piece. Number 31, y'all. Pay attention to him.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Butler, he stood tall, not at all in that game. And not just him, Parsons is being Parsons with the ability to create pressure and get to the quarterback is beyond. I think he had 2 sacks in this game. And he's on pace to having double-digit sacks, and we knowing
All right.
of seeing him being out for multitudes of weeks due to injury. So that's always a good sighting. Another thing to mention would be the offensive line. They protected Cooper Rush. He
Yeah.
had time to climb the pocket and go through his progressions. I think that he did a marvelous job of doing that. On top of that, of the offensive line keeping him upright.
Yeah, I feel like CD Lamb was his favorite.
He is
Him and CD
indeed.
Lamb had a little thing going on. That touchdown to Shoemaker was crazy. I was like,
Yeah.
dang, what what is going on here? But overall, I it seemed like I felt like it could have been an easier win.
Hmm.
But it kind of felt like, there were like lots of fumbles, lots of like interceptions. It was just random stuff going on from both sides, from the Commanders too. Um, and I hate that at the end, that kick for the
Yeah.
Commanders. That was really sad. But I was glad to see us, pull this off. Do you feel like this game coming up for Thanksgiving, we'll be able to carry over that energy? Or
Well, I think momentum is a good thing, and we haven't won in Texas Stadium or Arlington Stadium, dare I say, since last year. So we need a win. We need something to boost up the morale in Dallas. Everything is different. When the Cowboys win, the water tastes better. The food tastes good. The traffic, it seems like the rush hour and the traffic jams just goes away, right?
Yeah.
So I need for this win for the city of Dallas and the state of Texas for us to represent and do this on Thanksgiving Day. We all know that we have family members in town and people, loved ones traveling out of town. And the last thing you want to hear is somebody talking about our boys.
So it's nice to break the streak. And I'm feeling confident. Like, I'm actually feeling really confident.
Yeah, yeah, especially we hearing news that this could be the end of the rope for the Giants head coach over there, Brian Daboll, but they're trying to put pieces together, and we trying to put pieces together,
I know,
and
right?
they got rid of Daniel Jones, and they supposed to start Tommy DeVito, and then he got his arm all jammed up, so they thinking about
Mm,
putting Drew Lock out there, so they on their third
mm,
quarterback. So we will see. Hopefully, we can just get out there and keep that momentum for what happened last week onto this Thanksgiving Day.
right. And
Hmm.
everybody's talking about that big performance with Beyonce supposed to be
Mm.
shutting down Netflix. I didn't realize that Netflix and the NFL had a deal. I'm
Yeah,
like,
they working on it. Yeah, yeah. So Beyonce is performing at halftime.
she's supposed to be, well, not here for the Texans game.
Oh, for the Texas game.
Yeah.
I wonder who the Cowboys got for a halftime performance.
That's what I'm wondering too. I'm like, who do we have? Because
Dolly, come on, get Dolly back.
we love Dolly. Give us somebody good
Come
though.
on, come on
So
with it.
we'll
Yeah.
see. We'll put that into the atmosphere. Well,
Hmm.
let's turn up. We're gonna see well let's see if Turpin can pull off another one of these long ass runs. 99 yards is crazy.
Yeah, it was crazy for him to pick it up the way he kind of like muffled the kick and
Yeah.
then he picked it back up and there's that spin move. That
Yeah.
spin move that
Man,
got him,
yeah.
and it's crazy because earlier this year, it came out that he didn't know that he needed glasses.
Mm.
So when they did the contacts, or I don't know if he had LASIX or what have you, but
Yeah.
now he can see,
Oh
and
my God. Now he's gonna be a
he's
monster.
gonna be a monster, y'all. He's been scoring touchdowns ever since they gave him some contact. So now he can see. So shout out to my guy Cavante Turpin, Turbo Turpin, now
Turbo Turpin.
with
Jalen
vision.
Tolbert. Talk to me nice.
Now, oh, you talking about Jalen Tolbert?
Yeah.
Him now he did step up in this past game by catching that touchdown.
Mhm.
He's the guy that's on the opposite side of CD that needed to step up. Dez Bryant was talking about that right before the game. Shout out to Dez Bryant. Shout out to
Yeah.
Jay-Z. Everybody was there watching that
Really?
game. Yeah, and he did just that. So hopefully, Jalen Tolbert can continue to excel in his game and be a valuable piece for this Thanksgiving Day.
Talk to me a little bit about is it Noah? Noah
Noah Noah
Noah
Noah Brown
Brown, yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Noah
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Brown used to play for the Cowboys. Now he
Hmm.
over at the Commanders. Uh was that a good look for us?
I mean, the thing is, of course, Noah Brown, he stepped up a little bit over there in Washington. But the other side of it is that we didn't get rid of Noah Brown. Noah Brown contract got rid of him because
Mm,
it was time for a new contract. And I know people want to look at hindsight, which is 2020, but still give me the combination of CD Lamb and Brandon Cooks, right? And
mm,
Jalen Tolbert's supposed to be this guy that can excel in being that third wide out, but he was ushered in more responsibilities this year because of the fact that CD Lamb held out all offseason. And on top of that, my guy Brandon Cooks got hurt. So that's why we're seeing more of Jalen Tolbert. But I can tell you that, of course, Noah Brown, he's been a shining bright light over there for the Washington team. But it's just the fact that those things that it's just football. Contracts was up. We
right.
already drafted Jalen Tolbert, and now we're getting the chance to see him.
I guess we're gonna hold our breath and see what happens with this
Hmm.
Mike McCarthy contract. And for Dak is pretty much he's done. This is it, right?
Right, right, right.
Uh Are we just supposed to like move on?
No way. No way.
Honestly,
Dak
like,
Prescott contract goes into the year 2032.
right.
And that's a long time.
And how much he got guaranteed this year? You know how much he got
Oh
guaranteed?
my God. I know his guarantees is right at 230 something. That's $250 million. So my thing is, of course, when I say
Crazy.
2032, those are the votable years of his contract. The meat of it is all the way into the year 2028, 2029, respectfully. So you can prorate a lot of that money around. And if
Mhm.
the Cowboys wanting to do something in free agency next year, they should have a nest egg, because all you have to do is prorate some of his contract, restructure, and you can do some damage as far as creating some cap space for you. We are already sitting on $24 to $25 million right now in free agency money, or in cap money, however you want to call it. But we need to just spend. We need to spend some money
He
next
just
year
said
for real.
something. Yeah, I was just curious. Like, move
Hmm.
some stuff around since he's not gonna be. I mean, I don't know how to work, but okay.
Yeah.
All right, that's game. What time the game start on Thanksgiving?
Oh, we got the middle slot. This is my recommendation. I think it's right at 3 o'clock. My recommendation: just take it from a good old Cowboy vet like Law Nation. Make sure you eat before the game, and that way you can enjoy the food. You don't have to be the cardiac cowboy watching them, because at times you just never know what you're going to get. Even last weekend, people were sitting at the edge of their seat all the way into
Yeah,
the final second. So
that was crazy.
so if you really want to get them pecan pies in your body, and them yams and them turkey legs and mac and cheese,
Hey,
eat all of that before the Cowboys play. And then if we get the dub, or we should get the dub, then you can
right.
eat. Then you can eat again. Come on with
Okay,
it.
come get your little like get your extra slice of that sweet potato pie. You
Yeah.
hear me? I know everybody want to catch up on the Cowboys and just get in the mix. How can people keep up with you, Laura?
Yes, indeed. That's lawnationsports.com. You can find all of my channels there. We live pretty much every day. We talking about them boys. We still them boys, even though I got a
See
shirt that says fed up, but it is what it is. Hey, look, I'm going to still fight, because that's just what I am. I bleed silver and blue. So y'all can check me out at lawnationsports.com. You'll see my face, name, and logo there. Let's get it.
ya. That was great.
Yes, indeed.